Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to our episode of Warhammer 40,000 classic matchup here. It is the Black Legion Chaos Space Marines against the Imperial Fists. So start of a new year, start of a new season. One of the armies I want to push to completion, to refine a list, add in some new units and get them fully updated is the Imperial Fists. So very much looking forward to doing that. Rules have been updated, points have been updated for the Space Marines, and so we're going to take what we have, play an experimental game or a series of games and then just work and finalise the list here for the Imperial Fists. The theme for the season, I think it's just naturally developed. The grand narrative for us is the revenge of the Imperium, with season 12 being dominated by the forces of Xenos and Chaos, and so the Imperium swears their revenge. Great theme for us, and so Imperial Fists is one of the armies I really want to revamp and get them strong on the channel. So mostly Imperial Fists, some Red Scorpions allies just to fill out the ranks for now. I've just ordered some more models for the Imperial Fists as we try and finalise their list. If you like the look of the Imperial Fists, they have been pro-painted by Siege Studios, who have done an absolutely fantastic job. So do check out Siege Studios for your own painting commission work. There's a link for them in the video description below, but the vast majority of the models here for the Fists have been painted up by them. They've done a brilliant job. So sticking with the theme, with the Anvil Siege Force. We'll see how that works out now with the recent update for the rules. Running two captains, both of them in Gravis armour. So regular captain here, this one. And he'll be like the second in command, the two captains working together. And then Captain Parmenion, he'll be the warlord here in this game. So all the close combat weapons for him. The way the points have worked out, no further enhancements or upgrades for those two captains. I have a regular lieutenant as well with a power fist. I have a chaplain on the bike, and then a regular chaplain in the list as well. Two squads of intercessors, this squad, and then a Red Scorpion squad across there, two full squads of 10. Two Redemptor Dreadnoughts being taken, one for the Fists, then one for the Red Scorpions, both taking the Macroplasma Incinerator weapons, shooting weapons for those. A Hammerfall Bunker being taken here, it's a nice theme for the Fists, the siege kind of units being taken. The Brutalis Dreadnought, taking the Talons and the twin Multi-Melter for that, so third Dreadnought being taken here for the Space Marines. Heavy Intercessors, full squad of 10, two Heavy Bolters in that squad. A Servo Turret being taken, just one of those. And then to go with the Chaplain, or the Chaplain will join the Outriders, squad of 3. And then there's an ATV in that squad with a multi-melter. So that's the list for the Space Marines. Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated. So for the Imperial Fists, an absolute die-hard Imperial Fist player. That's Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, who loves the Imperial Fists, so we put him in command today, and he'll go on to Captain Parmenion. And the second in command, another Imperial player, it's Dylan Moore, one of the Autarchs on the channel. You go on to the second captain here for this battle. So that's the list here for the Imperial Fists. We'll take a look at the Black Legion next. Alright, so Mike's back, fresh year, fresh season, Black Legion, an army to think about, to chew over, to see what can be added in. So a new list and see how these units get on. A classic matchup here, always liked, since Space Marine the movie came out. Imperial Fists against Black Legion is a classic. We'll see how they get on. Abaddon is here, of course. We'll let Mike run through his list.
Okay, so this is 2,000 points on the nose. I'm going to start left to right. I have 2 units of 10 cultists. I have 2 Forge Fiends with the ectoplasm cannons. And I've tried and tested running this with 5-man squads running with Legion. I'm just going back to the 10-man. So it's Abaddon and it's 10 Terminators.
They belong together.
They do. I've brought him back, so it'll be a Demon Prince with wings. He will be running as Khorne, and he will have the Talisman of Burning Blood. I've split this into 2 units of 5, currently working on this, but 2 units of 5 Warp Talons. I've got 10 Chosen, a Chaos Lord, and they'll be running in the Rhino.
Okay. Enhancements?
Yeah, so the only enhancement is
the
Talisman. Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. And it's the Pact Bound Zealots detachment here. So it's similar to, or it's the same one that I run for the Alpha Legion. Same combo across here as well, Mike. So
yeah, well, if you recall, Black Legion were here first.
They were. Okay, right. So that's a good theme. And the competition between the Chaos Legions, I think, is great to have. And bear in mind, there's 1,000 Sons are here in strength as well. So a great representation now on the channel for the Chaos Space Marines. Which Legion is the best is the question. But Mike's Black Legion looking to forge a strong list here at the start of the season. So that's the list here for the Black Legion. Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated. So we have Paintlicker's Paint Pot in command, so he's going to go on to Abaddon here for this one. And then Mike James, one of the Autarchs, Demon Prince, second in command. Yeah. Or the Chaos Lord across here. It's difficult.
I'm going to go Demon Prince.
Sure.
Because my Chaos Lord doesn't whack as hard as yours.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you that.
Thanks very much. That's the list here for both sides. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. So we have a scenario. It's Purge the Foe for the primary mission, Hammer and Anvil, so fighting from end to end, and then Rapid Escalation for the mission role. So for Hammer and Anvil, 5 objectives on the board, fighting from end to end, Imperial Fists at this end of the table, marked by the yellow dice, and then Mike's Black Legion dice here, marking his deployment zone. And then we're just following the markings here for us on the battle at here from GameMat.eu. Then 5 objectives on the board, 1 dead center. There's 2 others in no man's land, 1 here next to this ruin, 1 across the other side next to the pipes. A home objective each. This one here for the Black Legion next to the ruin, and then just at the base of the fence there for the Imperial Fists, that's their home objective. For Purge the Foe, turn 1 onwards, you get 4 victory points if you destroy an enemy unit in that battle round, so a chance to pick up some early points on turn 1. Then turn 2 onwards, you also get 4 victory points if you destroy more enemy units in that battle round than the opponent, so we're going to keep a tally of units being destroyed each turn. And then also for objectives, turn 2 onwards, the control 1 objective on the board will give you 1 or more objectives will give you 4 victory points. And if you control more objectives than the opponent, then you get a bonus 4 points on top of that. So control more objectives and destroy more targets is the aim of the game here for this mission. Then the mission rule is for battle line units for rapid escalations, up to 200 points worth for the Strike Force size game. Of battle line units can go into strategic reserves, but can come on turn 1 within 6 inches of an edge. So it's a chance of keeping a battle line unit off the board and then bringing it onto the table. Both of us have battle line units, I believe. So Mike's got 2 in the form of his cultists, yeah. And obviously I've got mine with the intercessors and so on. So that's a possibility if we so wish. That option is available with rapid escalation. Both of us are going to go for the random draw on secondaries. And then for terrain, regular ruins. These ones, one here, one across the other side. There's pipes, barricades spread out across the board. Then add ruins here, a gap and the ruin across there. Also going to play that as obscuring. Same with this one and this one. Just trying to create some nice areas to hide on the board. And then sealed buildings and containers for this square, this building, a gap in between, this building, and that combination of containers and pipes. Sealed buildings and containers, but also obscuring as well, just to create some areas to hide units on the board. That's the terrain, that's the mission. Armies are ready to go. We'll now start alternating placing units on the board next. Just mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for regular games of 10th edition 40k. This one is marked out with all the Nexus markings, all of the deployment zones marked for you. It's going to be very, very useful for deployment, but also during the game when you're trying to figure out what units are inside different parts of the board. And then this one also comes with inch markings running around all the edges as well. So you can check out the Nexus battle mats that are available now from gamemat.eu. Single-sided, double-sided mats available from them also. And then we're also running the terrain here from gamemat.eu as well. So I think the mat is the chem zone, and then the terrain is the fallout zone terrain. I've taken 2 sets and combined them together. So you get this large piece across here. It's a great focal point on the battlefield. Small ruins, large ruins, and so on inside that set. And then we've doubled it, put 2 sets, and it really has filled out the table quite nicely. So check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Link for them below. It's also a discount code that you can use at checkout for 11% off across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. Right, so deployment's done for both sides. Heavy on reserves. Well, both armies got reserves. Black Legion have got plenty for sure. We'll cover their deployment in just a moment. Imperial Fists add a solid amount of space range spread out across the board. So we have Redemptor Dreadnought here on the left, with the heavy intercessors joined by the second in command captain. Regular intercessors joined by the lieutenant on the home objective, getting ready to hold or move out. Trying to protect the bikes, but have them on the table, so they're here at the back left-hand side. Then around the other side of the board, behind the obscuring terrain with the servo turret. The Red Scorpions were on the right-hand side, so the chaplain joined them. The intercessor squad getting ready to move out. There's their objective across there. The bunker is with them on the right-hand side. And I've deliberately put him here, so he's sort of covering deep strikers and just trying to create a null zone around here. Dreadnought couldn't tuck him right in behind the obscuring terrain, but he's tucked into the cover just there. And then reserves then for the Imperial Fists. The captain himself, Captain Parmenion, the army commander, in reserves, and he's joined the Eradicator squad, and the Brutalis Dreadnought try and go for some kind of ambush with him. So some potent enough reserves, and a good number of points, maybe about 500 odd points there. 500 points there for the Imperial Fists in reserve, all flanking onto the table. Then for the Black Legion, the Rhino placed here behind obscuring terrain, covering, getting tight behind these angles as much as possible. Inside that is the Chaos Lord and the 10 Chaos Chosen, a very dangerous unit indeed. Then backing up is the Forge Fiend on the home objective. Just the other side of this wall is a unit of Cultists, again on the objective in the middle as well. Then another unit of Cultists here, another Forge Fiend here at the back and mostly obscured by terrain. And then a sneaky unit of Warp Talons, squad of 5. And then heavy enough on reserves. So as expected, Abaddon deep striking in with the Terminators, joining them. Demon Prince of Wings has the deep strike ability, so he'll deep strike in. Warp Talons, again, deep strike. And then the units across there, the Chosen and their Lord inside the Rhino. All right, so both armies deployed and ready to go. I reckon you'd want to go first, wouldn't you, to get some early shots in?
No.
No, okay. All right. I wouldn't mind. No, I wouldn't mind going first. So we're both easy going. 4 and 2. Black Legion will go first. We're going to go to the first turn of the game. First turn of the season.
First turn of the season, yeah.
Goes to Chaos. Gah. Okay. All right. So we're going to the first turn of the game for the Black Legion coming up next. All right, so on the first turn of the game, it's very symbolic, this one, actually. First battle. Chaos and Imperium. Could set the tone, perhaps, for the season. Both sides. I'll tell you, it's something interesting, right? Chaos Space Marines looking to get going. Imperial forces looking to get going. Who's on the sidelines laughing? Xenos. Watching. They dominate at the moment. Still gladly watch these two armies collide. Both of these looking to start strong and to improve, looking to finalise and improve the Imperial Fists for sure. Black Legion the same. Mike's got an idea of a list here, but we'll see how well it does in this battle. No prisoners and secure no man's land is the two secondaries that have been drawn. Whilst Mike's moving, we are changing or adjusting the way we run gold level Patreons. I've been listening to feedback from subscribers down through the season. We've got a good number of supporters here. Of course, there's room for more. You really can help us supporting the channel over on Patreon at bronze, silver or gold level. We have noticed, though, the names we've been rushing and trying to get through all the names of all of our games. And so to try and trim that down and keep things fair, but have a good representation for the gold level Patreons on the channel. I think it's quite a good theme. Before the battle, each of us will pick 5 each. So I've picked my 5 to assist me in this battle. And then Mike's got his 5 across there. And we'll call upon those in this particular game at some crucial point during the battle. So there's not that pressure for us to go through all of the gold level Patreons and to sort of rush it and not dwell on those dice, I think, as we should do. But instead have 5 each, and we'll use those for the really important roles and call upon patronic help as it's needed. And to keep it fair, once these are used up, we'll discard and move them across. And then in the next game, we'll draw from the unused gold level Patreons to make sure that we cycle around that everyone gets fairly represented. It means we can focus more on the faction allegiances that the gold level Patreons have given us, and we can allocate them appropriately for the battle. So for Eldar games, I'll be calling upon players like Chris Kaminsky, Longbow BB, for example, for the Eldar. In this particular battle, Valhalla Field Marshal Robert supports us at gold level Patreon level. He's the commander in the army, so I've got him for us. And then Maxwell Knuckles, Imperial player. I called upon the Tau for a bit of help with firepower, so Connor Collins to help us out. And then Chris Heim, another Imperial player. And then Sam Hermes plays Black Templars and Cadians. So those are my 5 that I've picked on my side. And then Mike's naturally been drawn towards Chaos players in the form of Darth Windu. Michael German, who plays Chaos Space Marines. Joe Ashforth, who plays Chaos Space Marines and Red Corsairs. And then Mike's gone for Gavin for Close Combat and Melee. And then Vagabond as well. Martin Vagabond here for this game plays a variety of factions, including Chaos Space Marines. So those 5 on standby for the forces of Chaos. So do continue to support us if you can. Patreon is one route. The other route is YouTube channel membership. So you've got Aspect Warrior, about 95% of my channel members, or the channel members here, are Aspect Warriors. That's going to give you Discord access, and then also access to all of the bonus content that we create on the channel. So do support us if you can, Patreon or on channel membership. And if you really want to support the channel, join us at the Autarch or Phoenix Lord level. Plenty of slots available for the higher tiers. So links below. Whilst I've been chatting, Mike's advanced and got the Chaos Cultists onto that objective immediately. How crucial it is in 10th edition for the grabbing and the control and domination of the central objective. It's a major theme. Any list that you're creating, you need units that can do that quickly and then have the ability to hold on to objectives as well. So that's what Mike's seeking to do at this early stage. Bear in mind, about half his army is currently not on the board. So movement is complete. We've seen these move around and capture this objective. The Rhino has rushed forwards, advanced, and it's got a toe hold the objectives just there. So it's got itself in 3. You may as well go for it. It's designed to get these to the middle of the board. So it's moved up and ready into position, but not without covering fire. Power potentially coming through from these 2 Forge Fiends, which have pushed themselves into position to shoot across in this direction. So they're available to put some shots down in. No. Him, both of them. Ugh, right, okay. Dreadnought's going to be targeted here. Cultists remain on the objective, sticky objective as well. So put a marker on the home objective for the Black Legion. Movement's done. Shooting phase next. All right, so no pressure, Mike, but the debut, first ever bit of firepower at the start of season 13.
All the pressure.
What Legion number is the Black Legion?
I don't think they have one.
Who's the 13th Legion then? Right, must be thinking of something else. We've just Googled it. Lunar Wolves, potentially. Or Caesar's Legion in the UK, or in Britain, was the 13th Legion. Okay, anyway.
We got there.
So who's going to shoot? Some big bit of firepower? Yeah, okay.
The only thing that can't shoot are these 2.
Okay, and they're going after the Redemptor.
Yes.
So updated rules. I'm going to play Armour of Contempt on the first round of shooting, but it's only going to last for the firepower that comes from that first Forge Fiend.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll use it up.
So I'm going to Dark Pact to give me sustained hits on 5s.
Okay, so the Dark Pact roll first of all. Doesn't want to use a Patreon at this stage.
Nope.
Goes off
I wanted you to use the CP, so the next Patreon will roll with him with
okay.
no hindrance. So it goes off. So it's 3d3 blast, but it's not a
no bonus yet.
So
he's off to a good start. 8.
7, 8. So hitting on 3s, 5s will explode.
Okay.
Right, okay, we can do this. So them 3 will go back in, plus an extra.
Nice.
And that's strength 10.
Okay, yeah. Redemptor Dreadnought is toughness 10.
So it'll be 4s.
Force to win.
Any 6s will be dev.
Okay. This is a good start. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, no 6s though.
No 6s. We've got 3.
3. And your total is AP minus 3.
Minus 3.
Starting on a 2 up. So 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up. Cover, 4 up. Armour of Contempt, 3 up. Block them all except 1.
So it would be 3 down to 2.
2 wounds taken. Okay. So I think at this stage it's worth pointing out the marks that Mike has on his units. These are Nurgle. So we've seen Mike doing sustained hits on 5s. Great for them. There's also a stratagem that they can disappear when you elect to shoot at them if you're far enough away. It's Unbound for Abaddon and the Terminators. Slanesh for the Warp Talons.
Yeah, because I can pay CP to advance and charge.
Oh, right. Fantastic. Yeah. Khorne for the Demon Prince. Undivided
Yeah.
for the Rhino, the Chosen, and the Chaos Lord. because you can, similar to mine, you can tap into the 1 CP, reroll your wound rolls. Absolutely fantastic.
Which you can also do here because you reroll your hits.
You
with the terminators
can.
and then reroll your wounds with.
Right. Yes. Very, very good. And then the Chaos Cultists.
I ended up giving them Zinch, I think it was.
Okay.
Just for the lethals, if
Sure.
they shoot.
Fine. Okay, so that's the marks established. Good bit of firepower, but we'll move on to the next one.
So we'll do another dark pact. This is going to go on to...
This is 5 now. I've got to think more carefully about when to use these Patreons. The dice aren't weighted, but they are blessed by friends and allies.
We'll go with Michael German.
Michael Gemin, the first Patreon to be used this season. Chaos Space Marine player.
Right, so dark pact. Does not go off.
Doesn't go off.
So it'll be sustained on
Sixes.
6s, and I will suffer 3 wounds. 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
3d3. 4.
4 shots. Dreadnought's potentially surviving it.
He's fine now, yeah. Sustained 1. Yeah.
Yep. Forced to win.
4s. So 1 devastating, and then
Yes.
1 it's
4 up.
4 up.
Don't block it. So it's going to be another 4 coming through. That's not too bad, actually, dropping down to 6 wounds left. That firepower, the Dreadnought's not going to last too long. A pair of those working together in their blasphemous attacks coming through against these Space Marines. And the danger is that I can't shoot back is the problem.
I probably want to help you out here. Because I went for devastating wounds, they are now hazardous.
Oh.
3 guns each.
Really?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. So this is where it's going to hurt.
And there is a 1.
So takes 3 down to 9.
Right.
And
So
then,
both on 9 each.
well, we're about to find out now.
Oh, you still got hazardous for the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, talk about self-destruct. Not that time. All right, 4. Okay. Interesting firepower. Damage is not too bad. But almost, yeah, the same amount of damage done on yourself.
4 and 4, yeah.
That's chaos. Okay, firepower finished and the turn finished, I think. We'll see if Mike trades any cards or keeps them and update you on the score. So end of turn, Mike has picked up points here. Secure No Man's Land was achieved on 2 No Man's Land objectives. Yeah, good job. 5 points coming through. So 5 points to 0. Points on the board for the Chaos Space Marines. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Imperial Fists next. Turn 1 for the Fists. Cards drawn. It's interesting. Carl the Horde, which it says if... Well, I could do it against the Terminators, but it says if there's no enemy units on the battlefield that have that ability, or you can meet that criteria, then you can discard it, and I have chosen to discard it. I really don't want to hang on to that card, waiting for those Terminators to turn up and then try and destroy them. So we've dumped that one voluntarily. We also pulled another card, Behind Enemy Lines, which we can't... You can't do that on turn 1. And so that's been shuffled back into the deck. And so the 2 cards we have now is Secure No Man's Land and No Prisoners, which is the same cards that Mike had at his turn 1. Interesting. We'll go on to manoeuvring here, movement for the Space Marines on their first turn. All right, so movement here for the Imperial Fists. A fair bit of manoeuvring taking place. There's not much for us to see and react to across here. We're taking the opportunity to move out and push forwards. So bear in mind, secure No Man's Land, 2 No Man's Land objectives to go after to pick up points. So we've moved and advanced to the Dreadnoughts. No firepower for him, but he's got his toes on that objective. Or a 6 for the advanced roll here with heavy intercessors. So they've gone right up and positioned themselves up here. Good field of fire all the way across here. Through this gap partly, and also back towards their own lines as well. So just getting them into good firing position. They've been updated recently. Their heavy bolt rifles are damaged 2. Crazy. So looking forward to using those. Bikers have moved up, but just lingering a little bit, just watching our back door. That was 2 seasons ago now, wasn't it, I suppose?
Yes.
Yes, but the memory lingers from Mike deep striking with Abaddon and Terminators. So just watching the back door for those. And bear in mind, the shape of the game can change very rapidly. Half of Mike's army is yet to arrive. These are spread out, still on the home objective, still watching the back door again, spreading out, just cutting down the angles across here at least. Then around the other side of the board, I'm taking heavy damage, but I'm going to push the Dreadnought forwards anyway to shoot and maybe even charge at that Rhino. Bunker to lend some firepower support. Roll a 6 for the advanced roll with the Scorpion. Squad across here, the Red Scorpion squad moving through and snatching this objective. They can still shoot but not be able to charge the cultists. I've put Oath of Moment on them because I want to try and get the kill to pick up some points on turn 1. And that's movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. So I'm going to debut with the Red Scorpion squad across there. Going to offload all that they have. We'll start with a bit of frag. So 2 frag grenade launchers. And I'm going to use Connor Collins. Going to use up the Tau firepower option here. For the Patronic dice. So 2d3 plus 2 each for blast. Come on. Not bad. 5. 9 shots. This is just with frag. I've oathed them. So I'm re-rolling.
D3.
Yeah, D3. Yeah, so roll a 5 and a 4, so that's 5 in total, and then plus 2 and then plus 2.
Oh, plus 2 each. Yes.
Yeah.
Michael. Yep.
That's okay. So, threes. What the? What?
This is wacky.
Throne of Terror. Look at that. Have these dice remained here over Christmas, Mike, or did you take them away with if they've been twisted here? Reroll for Oath of Moment, of course. That's better. That's scary. Strength 4, toughness 3. Plus 1 to the wound roll. 2s for the update. Nice. So 6 saves, no minus going on, and depending on where Mike wants to make the saves, from the back or from the front, you'll get cover or you won't get cover.
Is he the only guy not getting cover?
Is the very... Just roll on him first if you want.
Yeah.
Right, so the not cover guy is dead. And you can roll the rest, 5 more, with cover. Which may be 5 ups.
5 ups, yeah.
Yeah, 5 up saves. Block 2. So 4 slain so far. Bolt rifles then. 8. And then there are 2 shots each. Chaplain's not giving us any kind of help. We'll fire his pistol if we need it. So we're looking for 3s. There's some heap of 6s in there. Oath of Moment. Helps us out. 2s to wound, right? Ooh. Nice. Yes, for Dawn. They must die. 11 saves at -1. So 11 saves of 6+. I think we've got our target here.
11, yeah.
The might of the Space Marines. Target destroyed. That's going to bring in a few tasty points for us. And thanks to Connor Collins for the Tau Empire for a bit of patronic support. Right, so mission accomplished, not too bad, it's a long way to go. The bunker offload, by the way, Overwatch was done on the Rhino, no effect on Mike's turn. We'll now fire a normal ballistic skill into that Rhino with the bunker. That's the heavy bolter array and also crack shots as well. Mike's popping smoke on that Rhino. So 4 ups to hit becomes 5 ups, and then because we are playing Anvil Siege Force, we gain the heavy keyword, because obviously we're sat still, +1 to the hit roll, so up to 4s. So heavy bolter array. Oof. And 5s to wound. And a wound comes through. If you -1, bit of cover, 3 ups. Passed. Then 2 missile shots, crack. Missed. That's that firepower finished. Next up, Dreadnought's got to go for the Rhino. So we're going to offload everything we have into the Rhino. So I don't know if we can crack this Rhino open. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, might do a trick here. Yeah, no, I'm going to declare the Dreadnought into him to see how Mike will react.
Go ahead.
Ah, devious. So a CP then?
I'm taking it back because I popped smoke on the Rhino. And then you changed it.
So you're going to let me shoot at you?
Yep.
Oh, okay. The Rhino's not going to get shot then. All right. A chance to go after him. See what we can do. Maybe it's the Macroplasma Incinerator is our best chance. So, D6 +1 shots. Oh, 7. That's not Xenos dice either. It's classic Imperial Fists dice. So looking at 3s. If we can hit, so obviously supercharging, we'll do hazardous a bit later. 3 hits come through. Strength 9.
Toughness 10.
Toughness 10. 5s to wound. Oh no. Oh, terrible. I'll do a hazardous roll now. Okay. And then we'll check the range to see if there's anything else that can reach. resolve the rest of the firepower off camera. A single mortal or devastating wound coming through from the Gatling gun, dropping him down to 8 wounds. Yeah, good play, Mike. That worked out all right. Bit scary with the number of shots coming through from the macroplasma. It can go up to damage 3.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but we struggled to wound. Just don't have that higher strength. Okay, advanced here, so no firepower available. None here, none with the bolters. And I think that's firepower finished. We're going to charges. I think it'd be worth trying to throw that Dreadnought in. So we'll send him in against the Rhino. And he will on an 11. All right, so we've got ourselves our first charge of the season. Redemptor Dreadnought for the Red Scorpions. Fighting on behalf of the Imperial Fists, plunges into the Rhino. Okay, so the charge goes in. I may as well try and kill the target. So I'm going to go for Tank Shock for a CP. Try and knock some wounds down on the Rhino. Is it taking any damage? No. Yeah, it hasn't. Okay. And I'll use a Patreon. We'll go to Sam Hermes for these attacks. We'll combine his Tank Shock and melee attacks together. He plays Black Templars, so be glad enough to plunge in against the Black Legion here. So we take our toughness, which is 10. We'll try and roll 5 ups. Just chip away with some mortal wounds. Oh, tasty. Ain't half bad. 5 come through. So the Rhino, I think, is half destroyed with that crushing attack. May as well just use that Dreadnought whilst we can do something at least. And then with the fist, it's 4 or 5 attacks.
5, I think.
5 attacks with the Redemptor Fist, yeah. In 3s, all of them. This is good crushing. 3s to wound. 2 of them, that's why I Tank Shocked. AP -2.
5 ups.
I can't do anything about this. Yeah, you've got a good chance of blocking. Blocks 1. Oh, 3, down to 2 wounds left. Oh man, there's nothing I can do. All right, and the Rhino can fight back. We'll do that off camera. That's the end of the turn, and we're going to update on the score. Okay, so end of turn. A wound did come through. It passed on 2 up save, and points coming through is actually very healthy for us. 4 points for primaries for destroying a unit on turn 1. You can do it here for Purge the Foe. And then 2 points picked up for no prisoners. We destroyed a unit. And then 5 points picked up for secure no man's land. Actually managing to secure all 3 of the no man's land objectives. OC4 against OC2 or 3, I think, with the Rhino and the Dreadnought. Getting its toe onto that objective there in the middle. So initial grab here, or counter grab here by the Imperial Fists. But it's on a knife edge, knowing full well that the Black Legion can start bringing units in very quickly indeed as we go on to the second turn of the game. But crucially for 10th edition, it is all about grabbing those no man's land objectives. The Imperial Fists moving out aggressively have managed to do that. We'll see how long they can hold on to them. 11 points to 5 at this stage. Imperial Fists have the lead, but still all to play for, there's no doubt about that. Turn 2 for the Black Legion coming up next. Alright, so at turn 2 here for the Chaos Space Brains, manoeuvring taking place for sure, and some blunders from the Imperial Fists. There's 2 I want to point out. First one, it's too far down the line, too far out of sync to recover from this. And from my angle across the other side of the board, looking across here, I could hardly see him. Look, forgot to fight him with his firepower. We talked about it. I would have elected to go after the Mauler Fiend. Mike would have paid a CP to shut down that firepower with his Nurgle stratagem that he can use. So I wouldn't have been able to shoot at that target anyway. Then the question was, what if he shot at the Rhino? Would he have blown the Rhino up, and so on and so forth? But I charged in. Did a good amount of damage in close combat anyway with the Dreadnought. So we'll leave it as it stands. Must remember to try and shoot with the servo turret next time if it survives. And the other was Overwatch, which I used after the Rhino disengaged and moved around. I then shot the Rhino with everything I had with the Dreadnought. Just the 1 wound chipped away from that, trying to destroy it to help with our tally and get some points on the ball. Failed to destroy it. CP being spent. And it's a blunder because I can't rapid ingress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ouch. And that could hurt. Anyway, pushing forwards here with these. Did you pay the CP to advance? Rolled a 1, just gain an extra inch, but it's a very short charge here. Rhinos are said to move around. Both of these Forged Fiends, they do go well together, hunting in a pack, doubling up their firepower and pushing through in this direction. Their firepower more than capable of dealing with that Dreadnought and beyond. And then coming from the Rhino, disembarking, and they have the ability to advance and charge and know full well the Chaos Chosen squad across here, Mike positioning them so Overwatch was virtually non-existent, as they're poised for, again, a short charge, not guaranteed, but a short charge towards our home objective, getting ready to wreak havoc in amongst the Imperial Fists battle line. Where's your reserves, Deep Strikers? Not coming? He's not going to commit them. Demon Prince with Wings and Abaddon the Terminators. I think Abaddon, the Warmaster, happy enough with proceedings on the ground, doesn't feel the need to intervene. So Mike's going to hold him off, although he's starting to sway.
Stop.
Okay, right. We'll leave it at that. We're going to shooting phase next. I think as soon as they're on the board, the longer they're on the table, the more they can do. But, it's up to you, Mike. Just... Yeah. Unless Mike's waiting for a... But then again, you jump the gun and you could get countered by my own reserves arriving, so that's something to keep in mind. So, firepower, which these two units create a great base of firepower for an attacking force, there's no doubt about it. So, first bit of firepower for camera, you can advance and shoot and still charge with the Chaos Chosen. So, they put their shots, some plasma pistol shots coming through, a total of 3 wounds, two of those wounds coming from rapid fire combi bolters with their devastating wounds, anti-infantry 4+. So they shot actually back across that way against the Red Scorpions, bringing down one of the Marines, putting a wound on another. So that's their firepower done. So next up, this Forge Fiend offloading all of its firepower straight into the face of that Dreadnought. He is brave. Patreon time. Joe Ashforth.
Yeah.
Chaos Space Marine ally for sure.
And we will... Do you know what? We're going to do the Dark Pact anyway.
7, yep.
And then it's...
Yeah, just on whilst Mike's done that, Dark Pact was fouled twice, even re-rolling with the banner. On the Chaos Chosen, they lost a model.
2, 4, 7. Right. 3s.
Finish him.
Only one sustain this time.
Okay.
4s.
4s to wing. There's a dev. Well done.
And then 2 at -3.
Yep. I'm in the open this time. It's no cover. No armor of contempt. 5 ups. Oh dear. Blocked 1. 4 wounds come through. Dropping me down to 2 wounds left. The Dreadnought's still alive. It can take damage, but it is dying.
Yep, and then take an R3.
Oh, ouch. Self-destruct. Right, so how's this second one? What's he going to do? His options is the Dreadnought to finish him off. No. So shoot at my forgotten gun.
Yeah.
Oh, painful lessons.
And remember we talked about a need at 2 CP?
Yes.
I'll explain that now after.
Oh, yeah, Mike's been saving 2 CP. Determined not to use it for some dastardly reason, no doubt.
Dark Pact.
Snake eyes. Mike's back.
Yep.
Sorry, carry on.
So 6s will be sustained.
Triple. Oh dear. As
5, is that 5 1s?
5 1s, yeah. Hello boys, I'm back. Out of Independence Day. Oh dear. 3, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, with 1 sustained.
See, I do that with the Xenos dice, but it's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Like I get 6 and then 6 after that, but Mike operates at the other end.
Realised why I haven't done his base completely.
Oh, Mike thinks he's being punished for not
being punished.
Fully painting the model.
This is strength 10. What's the toughness of the turret?
Oh, toughness 6.
My wounds
6.
Oh.
With no -1 damage, you just need 2 successes. I do have cover though, and a base armor save of 2 up, which will help. 3s. 3 go through.
-3.
+1. 4 ups, right? Block them all. Ah, for the Emperor. Yes. Come on, Imperial Fists. They're representing the entire Imperium here at the start of the season. We can't just lay down and die. We've got to resist. We've got to give it everything we've got. Did you just burn yourself out again?
Yeah.
Yeah, down to 3 wounds left. Boy, oh boy, they are self-destructing. 5 wounds left on one. 3 wounds left on another. Ouch. It's that combo of Dark Pact plus Hazardous.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I'm just saying.
Don't do it.
Warpsmith. You need to get a Warpsmith if ever you needed one.
Or make them Slanesh.
Yeah. No. That stratagem is universal. You'll restore 3 wounds for a CP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, correct detachment choice. Get a Warpsmith. You can bless one and give them +1 to hit rolls. And then repair them. And if you're working as a pair, fantastic. So there we go. And this is why we play these experimental games, because ideas come to you as you're playing the battle. And you see your units operating on the board. All of a sudden you think, well, hang on a second, I could try out something new. And that's the point of playing these games here at this early stage. This isn't a league game. This is just testing the waters, for sure. And Mike's still trying to destroy this Dreadnought.
Oh, that's the charge phase now.
Oh, firepower's finished.
Yeah.
All right, some short, simple charges. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. They're all quite straightforward. 5, 6 inches.
Yeah, I just want to double check what he is.
It's a 6-inch charge by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was clutching, hoping for a 5, but 6 it is.
Oh, he's got a 6. CP? What was that for?
Tank shock.
A tank shock as you go in. Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you should be able to polish off that Dreadnought.
Well.
In he goes. It has to be resolved immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'll zoom in here just to capture the flavour of this one. Nice.
So,
Toughness 10 dice.
yeah. 8, 10. All I need is 2 5s.
Yep. Oh, please. Oh, you got 2. Sorry.
Got 2, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just about. And do we blow up? I wouldn't mind. Sorry, Eldar laugh. Oh dear, right. D3, it could be more. Well, it's D3. Oh, I thought it might have been D6. All right, that rhino's destroyed, guaranteed.
Oh, and then it'll have to blow up.
Oh, right, okay, so rhino can go. Your friends, the Chosen.
Yeah.
1 wound.
Yeah.
And then your Ectoplasma Forge Fiend. 2. Knocking him down. Boy, have they taken a lot of damage. From not being shot at. It's weird, but they've taken a lot of damage. 3 wounds left on one, and 3 wounds left on another. And Dreadnought can be removed from play. A strange way, the strangest way it's worked out, but Mike. You charged me, right, Mike? So you can actually make a... no, because you haven't done a... Check your range. See if you actually grabbed that central objective. You got it. That's good. That's okay. You don't need to move. That's fine. I was wondering if Mike actually could move, because it's actually the charge phase here, not combat. So consolidation doesn't kick in until combats have been resolved. But anyway, that charge has gone ahead. Tank shock's been successful. Dreadnought's detonated, causing further damage, but central objective has been reclaimed. Next.
I'll do the warp tones here. There's a 5.
Mike gets there, but he often takes the scenic route. A 4.
Yep. I'm 5 inches away. Look at that.
You okay?
Look.
That's all right. I believe you. He presumes I don't believe him because he's Black Legion, but that's okay. In they go. Shredding ability with the warp turns. They'll have a lot of attacks.
Yes, I was sort of hoping.
Okay, so that goes ahead. Now for the big one.
Yeah.
This charge here, which is going to be a 5 or a 6. With the Chaos Chosen and the Chaos Lord. So far, so good. the crow flies. It's a 4. 11. Oh, they're up for it. In they go, hurtling around the corner and into the Space Marines. Ouch. All right, so that charge goes ahead. We'll just zoom in here and capture this one. Oh, I don't look good. Smike's, you've got to push models into base contact if you can, so they sort of flowed around both sides, keeping coherency just about. And they're now ready for their close combat. I can't interrupt play, I've got no command points available.
Yeah, so I'll start here then, get the warp talons out of the way, see the big stuff.
Yeah, warp talons are pushed in already, and Mike can do his attacks. It's going to be a heap of them. Okay, so, talons.
20 attacks.
20 attacks. We can survive this.
5s will be critical hits.
So you done Dark Pact? No.
Yes.
Goes off. And these are Slanesh.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5s for lethals?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
And these attacks were committed to somebody?
Nope.
No, not this time.
Not
Okay.
yet.
There is a measured approach to using Patreons now. I quite like the flavour of that, where you really use them just at the right time. And Mike scored a heap of lethals. Nice. 8 of them.
Strength 5, so 3s.
3 to 20 linked, right?
Yeah. Lovely.
There's a lot of Marines to try and get through. Looks like there's 11 saves.
So these are -2 and 1 damage.
Okay. 5 ups. Not bad, not bad. 1, 2, 3 models slain. 2, 1 wound each. Or 1 wound at a time.
So who was this one?
Him, yeah, just one from the back. 1, 2, 3, and the one furthest to the pipe. Him. Mike's taking off too many models, that's it. There you go.
I was optimistic. Yeah.
Okay. Casualty wise, it feels like we've lost more, but it's just those. So don't panic. That's them completely done.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to attacks across here. Now, this is going to be different. This is fully equipped Chaos Chosen plus a Chaos Lord. Okay, so Mike's about to make his attacks here. He's now going to use his Patreon, Gavin, who specialises in melees. And Mike's going to pop the ability here from the Chaos Lord. I've got the cards here just to read them out to smooth things out here as we resolve these. So, Chaos Lord, chance for glory being popped. He's got the Demon Hammer, I presume.
Yep.
5 attacks become 6 attacks, needing 3s.
I'm going to do a Dark Pact first. Field.
Fails, banner goes off. Okay. And these are undivided, so Mike's now going to get to reroll his 1s. And he's going to go for, I reckon, sustained hits.
Yep.
Okay.
6, yeah.
6 attacks, yeah. 3s for hits, rerolling 1s. Reroll those 1s. This could turn it really good. Ah, snake eyes again.
Anyway,
Add 1 in.
yep.
So 4 hits. 2s to wound. And devastating wounds as well. 3 go through. Rerolling that 1. Or you can go fishing because you've paid a 0 CP for rerolling the wound rolls, which he's going to fish. No. And they'll win. So 4 wounds in total. AP -2. 5 ups to keep Marines alive. We do block 2 for the Emperor Ura, but 2 are splattered. To name him that?
Yes.
No.
He's going to have to, though.
He says he can't hit a barn door, so we're going to call him Chaos Lord Barn Door. It sounds quite nefarious. Barn Door.
Lord Whack-a-Mole and Lord
If
Barn.
not, please leave a suggestion. Otherwise, he's going to be named Lord Barn Door because Mike doesn't think he's too good here at hitting targets compared to Lord Whack-a-Mole, who throws 6s about all over the place. All right, but he's brought down 2, setting a good example to the rest of the Chaos Chosen. Next up, Mike will go for Power Fists. There's 2 of them in a Chosen squad, so 8 attacks, needing 3s, rerolling 1s, 6s sustained. This is very dangerous here. Rerolling 1s. Okay, let's take away those 2, add 1 back in. 2s to wound, rerollable. And they're pretty much on target, yeah. So 7.
7.
And these are at -2 as well. 5 ups. Block 2. 5 dead. Half a squad chopped down by Power Fists. That's decimated that squad. Mike presses through to try and get through to the sergeant of mine who's got a Power Fist. And also the lieutenant's got a Power Fist as well. Add 10 attacks now. This is the 2 with the shredding weapons. The paired accursed weapons. Rerolling 1s. 3s to hit with these. Okay, set that away. I have 1 in. Okay. Gavin's doing well. 3s to wound. Twin linked and the stratagem anyway. That's a load. And these are -2 as well. Brutal.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
5 ups. So damage 1. Block 2. 1, 2, 3 more slain. I think that's the squad. Yep. Just the lieutenant left. So that leaves 20 attacks for the remaining models. This is with the cursed weapons. You get 4 attacks each. So many attacks. Again, it's 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. It's all against the lieutenant here, Lieutenant Cletus. I think by wiping out my unit, you'll be picking up 2 kill points.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3.
And 1 more. The green dice. Okay. And these will be 3s to wound. Your cursed weapon is strength 5. Lieutenant's a dead man. He's a dead man. He doesn't stand a chance here. I'm going to count out my saves in 5s.
20.
20.
So almost got 1.
There's 15. Look at that. Wow, that was a good try. He's gone. Target destroyed. Or both targets destroyed. Wiped out in a heartbeat. If Mike wants to manoeuvre some models back towards the objective to cluster it, he may well want to. We can let him make those adjustments. But target destroyed. I didn't see that coming. Should have seen it coming. But disembarking, moving through, smashing their way through and grabbing the home objective off of the Imperial Fists. Nasty stuff indeed. That's typical chaos. Plunging into the heart of the foe, causing absolute havoc. So if you are one of the gold level Patreons tuning in, you've seen the adjustment that we've made. I think it's working better. There's something that's been on my mind for a year or two now. I didn't want to introduce it or say that it was a possibility because of the number of Patreon supporters that we have. But if you're gold level Patreon and you're tuning in, do update us on your faction allegiances. We really do need to know all the factions that you run so that we can accurately assign the dice for each of the games. But also let us know, just get in contact with us through Patreon, an appropriate chant or battle cry for your dice as well. So for Russ and the Allfather, if you're a Space Wolves player, for example, you can use those battle cries as your dice is being used on the table. So let us know. It's just a little extra we can do as we spend a little bit more time on the Patreons as we're using just 5 each as opposed to all the gold level Patreons in every game. Combat success there and slight adjustment taking place. The models tucking in onto the Imperial Fists home objective, mission accomplished for them. So talking of Patreons, I'm going to use my third one here, Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. We're going to make use his dice to make our counter attack here with the chaplain fighting desperately for that objective. There is potential for us to do okay. We'll start with the chaplain. I'm hoping he's damaged 2. He is. 5 attacks with his Crozius Arcanum. Leading 2s against this Chaos Filth. Not bad. Now, just hold on a second. Litany of Hate. +1 to the win roll. 2s to win. Oh, thankfully, 3 go through. These are AP -1, but they are 2 damage.
4 ups?
Yeah, 4 ups. Yes, he's brought down 2. Nice work. Good for him. All right, we've got a sergeant with a power fist. Moving on to the intercessors next. 3 attacks. All hit. 2s to wound. All wounded. AP -2. 3 saves.
5+.
2 more go through. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And then that'll leave us 5 left, which will be 15 attacks, would you believe? If we can get a kill, that would be handy. 3s for hits, using the combat knives. And 4s to wound becomes 3s to wound, because +1 to the wound roll from the chaplain. Alright, 8 saves of 3+.
Three plus, yeah?
Yeah, 3s. And there's the 2 fails that we need for the wipeout, unless Mike wants to. Ugh, he does, yeah. Tactically, command reroll. And passes, just, oh, that's infuriating. Okay, so he keeps the model alive with 1 wound left. But a good counterpunch there by the Red Scorpion unit, led by the chaplain. And we're marking the end of the second turn here for the Black Legion. There's certainly been success for them. They've still got some very, very potent units in reserve. There's loads of stuff in reserve for them. Abaddon, Terminators, and the Doom Prince with wings. But struggling on secondaries to fulfill them. Both of them have been dumped. So Mike can draw 2 fresh cards next turn. It's gained himself an extra CP. I think you dumped your 2 secondaries from turn 1.
No, dump 1 from turn 1.
Dump 1 from turn 1 to gain an extra CP as well. Okay. So points coming through. Kill tally, or kill points wise, 3 of my units lost. Mike's lost 1, the Rhino, so 3-1 at this point. We've still got our turn to go. And then 4 points for the control of the home objective, sticky objective, and the cultists are still there, I believe, on that. So 4 points for primaries, and 4 points because Mike has killed a unit this turn, and potentially another 4 points coming through if he wins on the tally at the end of the battle round. So currently 13 points to the Black Legion. Imperial Fists, though, on 11. And they're going to pick up at least another 4 for control of an objective on the board. So the battle's still on for them for sure. Casualties running quite high though. We do need to bounce back and cause some damage against these Chaos Space Marines if we're to stand a chance. We're going to turn 2 for the Imperial Fists next. Alright, so movement here is just... My movement's finished, Mike's hasn't. As you can see, the back door was left swinging in the wind, and we're getting flashbacks here from previous games. So with my intent blinded by my desire to reclaim the home objective, it's left a gap across here. Bikes had to go across. Sent the bikes in to shoot and charge and try and reclaim the home objective. Sat still with these. The majority of all the ones upstairs can see across here to lend some firepower support. Dreadnoughts moved a few inches across in this direction just to get within 18 inches of the Forge Fane, so we can offload all of our firepower and we can't be shut down. The stratagem you have to be over 18 inches away to prevent firepower, so just to make sure we get in range. Bunker sits, so too does the forgotten servo turret, which you must remember to fire with this turn. Remaining close combat, perhaps pistols may be able to remove the Warp Talon from play, and then I think Mike's probably going to be happy enough with this result across. This is rapid ingress, which is very dangerous. Mike can move in, then move off on his turn 3 with Abaddon in our deployment zone. Very dangerous indeed. Mike deducting the CPs down to 1 left. We're on 1 left as well. My intent was to turn up here with Captain Parmenion and the Eradicators. Would have been a great move to go after these, but because he's alive, it's given that 9-inch shutdown. It's very annoying that he's left on a wound. Tactically worked out really well to keep him alive at this stage. But anyway, so we've kept Captain Parmenion off. We've kept the Brutalis Dreadnought off as well. So we do have some countermeasures, potentially for Abaddon in that corner. Shooting phase next. Okay, so I'm going to go with the bunker, and it's going to put the rocket shots into here, and the heavy bolter shots into there. Over moment, by the way, being placed onto those Marines. I'll have my dice back here. And we'll not commit to anybody, we'll just go straight into shooting with these. So we're going to go for the heavy bolters first of all. Remaining stationary, needing 3s. And sustained, so I'll keep all the dice. +1 to wound roll. 2s. 2s to wound. Twin linked, we don't need it. 6 saves. And I would say, depending on what models, some of them are in the open here. The one who's on 2 wounds is in the open, so you can roll him first.
What's the damage in this?
Damage 2, see? Yeah, heavy bolters, yeah. So 4 up save on this one. And that's blocked, so you can keep going. And he's been slain. Models in cover now. There's 2 behind the pipes here.
Yeah.
So you can roll
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
With cover, yes, 3 ups.
Oh.
Snake Eyes, all right. So 2 slain. Good work from the bunker. Not too bad. Good work. 2 shots into here. If Mike wants to react to shut down that shooting, because I might be over 18 inches away. Okay, 3s. 2 hits. Come on, bunker. Strength 10.
4s.
Force to wound. 1 wound. Comes through.
Minus.
It is -2. With
So
cover.
4 up.
4 up save. Goes through. Oh, it doesn't go through. Okay, blocked. Well done. Just off camera, resolved the pistol firepower. In the end, the bolt pistols failed, but the absolver bolt pistol and the chaplain picked off the wound there on the warp talon, so target destroyed. So got a captain in here, very useful. I'm going to use his -1 CP on a stratagem to bless his own unit with battle drill recall. We've remained stationary, so the entire unit will get sustained hits 1 on 5s because we've sat still. Just to support and boost the firepower that we have coming from here. Everybody upstairs will shoot into those, and these 3 that can't see will direct their firepower across against the Forge Fiend.
No.
No reaction. Okay, Mike's just clinging on to 1 CP left. I was going to remove mine, but we got it for free, so thankful enough for that. We'll do these first then. Heavy bolt rifles. They are 2 shots each. We've sat still. They're heavy, yeah. So we're on +1 to the hit roll and +1 to the wound roll. So we're on 2s. Let's make sure we get this right. This is quite potent, actually. And people have said that the heavy intercessors have been buffed here by the update. Yeah, 2s. No kind of rerolls. There's a 5 for sustained. So keep all. Strength 5, toughness
5.
Toughness 10.
On
On him, yeah.
Toughness 10.
He's toughness 10. So 6s to wound becomes 5s. 2 wounds come through. Nothing else I can do about that.
-2, -1.
-1, ignored for cover. So 2 3-up saves.
Are they not -2 now?
Yes, they remain at AP -1, but the damage now has been increased to 2, which is very cool.
Was
So
it?
2 saves are 3 plus at damage 2. Both blocked. Okay. That's okay. So we're now going to do the rest of this firepower down into those there, the priority. So we'll go after them. So, heavy bolters. First of all, there's 2 of them in the squad. And a 3-step. Okay, let's take that one away. They're on sustained hits anyway. So an extra 4 hits. That's spicy for sure. It's the heavy keyword. Yeah, it does. Which means 2s to wound.
What's the toughness of chosen?
Toughness 4, yeah, I think they just have the same toughness
4,
as Marines, yeah. 2s to wound. So you're looking at 7 saves. So Mike's getting cover. He's got the pipes. So it's 3-up saves on 7 dice. Each one's damage 2. It will take a fair bit to grind for all of these wounds here. And only 1 goes through. Oh boy. Okay, so 2 damage, 1 wound left on one of the models. Really do need overwhelming firepower here. Then that's those 2. Then heavy bolt rifles, there's 5 of them. So it's only going to be, 10 shots. Sat still, in 2s. Rerolling the hit roll because of Oath. Yep. And then sustained. Another 4 coming through. That was a 5. Another 4 hits. And it's 2s to wound actually. Strength 5, toughness 4, +1 to the wound roll. So you're looking at 11 saves of 3+, again because of cover vitally.
I've already had all my good rolls.
Yeah, this is quite a big roll, this one. Got to reduce them down. There's a good few ones. There's 4 of them. It's going to be enough to...
2.
Yeah. So half the squad, not too bad. There's a little bit left coming from the captain. Mastercrafted bolt rifle. 2s. Rerolling. So that's sustained. 2s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds to go through. These are -1, but cover again, so 3 ups. And blocked both of those. Okay, so firepower from those completed. It's a lot more potent than it used to be, for sure. Firepower coming in next from the bikers. I'll offload everything they have into the Chaos Chosen. So I go to the bikers. And we'll save the Patreon. We'll go straight onto the shooting. So we're going to go with the Chaplain gets 2. Then the regular Outriders get 2 each. And then the ATV is different, slightly different AP, I think, on that. So we'll just do that separate. These are the same, though. 3s to hit. Oath. Okay, no sustained. 4s to wound becomes 3s to wound. And do you know what? I can fish for devastating wound. Twin linked. Yeah, look at the bolt rifles, twin bolt rifles on the bikers. I've all got it. 3s to wound. Yeah, look at this. Yes. So 1 save 3+, giving you cover. No, so that slays that model with a wound, and enough to kill another whole model and a wound off another. So the grinding, continuing here with the grinding process. I thought it was only Orc bikes that got it. I'm sure Mike knows this already. These have got grenades. Yeah, interesting. It's too late now, I think. You have to do it before you shoot.
So slay 1, slay a whole 1, and put a wound on another?
Yeah, 1 wound to put him down to a 2, yeah. The numbers are dwindling. It's taking a lot of effort, but the Imperial Fists are gradually grinding away here. We'll go over a little bit of Dakar from the front of the ATV next. No, the ATV's got the same thing. So 2 shots. So 2 hits. 3s to wound. Twin linked, so I'm going to fish for those 6s. No, just a wound comes through. 3 up save. And passed. Okay, so that's their firepower finished, apart from the multi-melter. Reroll. Okay, so 1 hit. 2s to wound. Goes through. AP -4. Cover, a 6 to block. No, and the model's guaranteed to be removed at that range. Alright, knocking them right down. But is it enough to get through to the Chaos Lord and to bring him down is the question we shall have to see. Okay, most firepower is complete. It's been pretty good here from the Fists. I have to kill Terminators. I'm going to put the main gun into here from him, and then all the Dakar that's in range. I'm in range 18, so pretty much all the Dakar's going to go after the Forge Fiends. We're going to split Fire Mike here with this firepower. So, what's he doing? He's using the CP. Shut this down. No.
Can't be moved within 18.
Yeah.
For the Terminators.
You're
-1.
-1 to hit rolls.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you can play that on any unit.
If you're a Nurgle unit,
you get the shutdown. If you're anything else, -1.
Even if you're a Nurgle, but if you're within 18 of a Nurgle, it's -1. If you're outside of 18, it shuts it down.
Yeah.
Any other unit, it's just a -1.
Gotcha.
You get the stealth ability.
Okay. So D6 shots +1, then +2 for blast, -1 to the hit rolls. I'll do it. It's important enough. I'm going to go max sword knuckles with this firepower from this Dreadnought. So the 4th Patreon being used, and the number of shots. 1. So 1 + 1 + 2. Yeah, could have been 11. 4s for hits. 2 hits. 3s to wound. And failed. Man. Okay, never mind. And then we'll go for our... That's a shame. We'll go across here. So the Gatling, 3s. 666 would be nice. There's 1, 6. Strength 5, so it is 6s to wound. It's a devastating wound, so a wound caused, dropping down to 2 wounds left. Icarus Rocket Pod, 1 shot. Hits. Doesn't wound. Just going to check to see if it's twin linked. Don't think so. Nope. Okay. The blast weapon is the Fragstorm. All hit. Trying to wound. It is twin linked. 1 wound comes through. Normal armor save of 3+. Another wound goes through. 1 wound left. 1 wound left. And to try and get that 1 wound, we have nothing left, I think. We used it all. Yes. And then do we get hot? We don't. All right, Dreadnought's finished. Almost destroying that target and then completely whiffing against the Terminators. So that's all the firepower done. Apart from sportsmanship from Mike, right? He pointed to the hidden gun over there. So the servo turret is now going to shoot, finally. And we'll go into this one because it's on an objective. So we'll do that as priority. We know that Mike can't try and shut this down. And we're looking at the twin Las Talon. 2 shots, needing 2s. 2 hits. Strength 10. Not heavy, so just +1 to hit roll. We're looking at force to wound. Double 6. Maybe -3. I don't think there's any kind of cover. So 5 of invulnerable saves, yeah. So 2 dice, needing 5s. Big roll.
Oh.
Blocks 1, 1 goes through.
Regardless.
Doesn't blow up. Oh, I don't even need to roll. It's D6 +1. It is, yeah. Target destroyed. Got him. Okay. Credit to you, Mike, for sportsmanship there, because that's...
yeah.
You got to watch out. If you're a tournament player, I don't think the opponent's obliged to remind you of your rules, is he?
No.
No, but we're friendly, competitive with a... No, we're friendly narrative with the occasional competitive spice.
Yes.
Just a light sprinkling there. We try and create the best narrative lists that we can, but we don't go down the hyper competitive win at all costs, fall out with all of your friends route. No, not really. Not
too much money as well.
Yeah, because you're hopping around lists all the time. Okay. So firepower I think is finished. Charges, yes, for the bikes. All right, so charges taking place. Obviously, the bike's going in, 8-inch charge from them. So we'll go on to combat resolution, just the 1 combat to go for. And we'll start with... I don't know if we can get through to that captain. 3 wounds each. There's not many models left, but there's a lot of wounds to try and chew through. Yeah, not too bad. We'll go with the bikers then. 4 attacks each. 3s to hit. Thankfully, over the moment, which has been a major help. Force to wound becomes 3s to wound, +1 to the wound roll from the chaplain or from over the moment. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of saves here, and these are going to kick in at AP -1. 9 saves at AP -1. It's 9 saves of 4+.
Does that one make a difference with the Chaos Sword?
Okay. Cool boy, that's desperation. Yeah, using one of the patrons, Darth Window turns to the dark side of the Force here. They ain't Jedi, Mike. Oh, not bad though, not bad at all.
What's the damage?
Damage 1, damage 1. This is enough to slay a whole model and put a wound on another. Bodyguard doing their job, absorbing the hits, being slashed here by the chain swords. The ATV is going to get 5 attacks. 3s, all of them. 3s to wound. Yep. 2 saves of 3+. Blocks those. Alright, it's down to the chaplain now. Right, chaplain on the bike, 5 attacks. Literally doesn't have enough potency to get through to that Chaos Lord. I think he's sitting on 2s. So they've all hit. Next over the moment. 2s to win though. Strength 6. They've all winded. AP -1. So lots of 4-up saves. 5 of them. Good for you, Chaplain. Come on. 4-ups. Oh no, loads go through. One will slay that remaining model at 2 damage. 2 damage.
Is it?
Yeah, the Crozius Arcanum. So that slays him. 6 damage through to that Chaos Lord.
I think it's enough.
Yeah, 5 wounds. Is it once per battle round or once per turn?
Battle round.
So used up it.
Yeah.
So used up his ability. You've got him.
Darth Windu.
Oh no. Chaos Lord Barn Door has been turned into a speed ramp for the bikers. They've destroyed him. Well, I know someone who'll want their revenge. Abaddon. If he decides to go that way, he's got 2 tempting targets, 1 delicious taste. Alright, Mike's drawing secondaries for his third turn, eager to get on with the fight, but points coming through for the Imperial Fists has been rather tasty here. 4 points for primaries on objectives, control 1 or more objectives, but not more than the opponent. 4 points for destroying an enemy unit, and because of the kills down here, 2 slain, 1 slain across here as well, also across the other side of the pistol shots taking down the Warp Talon. We won the tally, so another 4 points coming through for that. Assassination was picked up, which killed the Chaos Lords. So 5 points picked up for that as well. A heap of points coming through, taking us to 28 points for the Imperial Fists. So a bountiful turn for them. Score is 28 points to 13. Imperial Fists are ahead by a large amount, there's no doubt about that. But still there's plenty of game time here as we approach the middle stage of the battle. Still potent reserves to arrive for both sides. But Space Marines certainly standing up for themselves. They're not being walked over here by the Black Legion, who are taking heavy enough casualties. Casualties heavy enough on both sides. Space Marines tactically picking up more points at this stage. We've dumped recover assets to gain a CP. The turn comes to an end. So we'll go on to the middle stage of the battle next. Turn 3 for the Chaos Space Marines. So turn 3 here for the Black Legion. Cards in play is Overwhelming Force and Storm Hostile Objective. 4 points picked up for primaries. It's trying to root the Imperial Fists out of objectives. So we're on this one. The second squad of these has turned up the Warp Talons, hidden away, no Overwatch available against them. They're poised and ready to go for a charge. I guess it's going to be a 9-inch charge for them to get in. Trying to avoid Overwatch and just nicely placed here, so not moving at all with the Forge Fiend. Cultists just doing their job on the home objective. Then Abaddon and his unit shifting across 5 inches. Their intent looks like to go after our home objective. He's over in this corner, so instead of trying to throw everyone against him, because of the nature of the mission, it's just the control of any objective on the board. There's not so much of a necessity to hold on to the home objective, so therefore we've paid a CP to rapid ingress by flanking. You can come on any board edge, turn 3 onwards. We've turned up here with Captain Parmenion, so it's a big swap taking place here. Abaddon at our end, then we've landed right up here inside the deployment zone of the Black Legion, just over 9 inches away from those cultists, so a threat on that objective, tucked around the corner so that we can't be shot at by the Forge Fiend, but also in a position to potentially shoot at the Dim Prince, who's turned up here, just over 9 inches away, and you can sit where he is, or he can attempt to charge against the Dreadnought. Out of interest, my OC is 4.
You'll be dead.
Oh, thank you. Okay, Mike says he's going to kill me. With him, he's good enough to bring him down.
Well, he's a talisman of burning blood, providing he passes his
Dark Pact. Right.
And his weapon will be strength 10 minus 2 flat 3, so he will just 2. And then is it D3 strength
It's a bit of
attacks?
firepower as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, interesting. We'll watch him with interest. He's trying to work his way into Mike's list. Movement done. Shooting phase next. So pressed ahead with shooting. Add firepower from here, no effect. Just the chaplain left. That was firepower from the Forge Fiend. Not taking any risks with devastating wounds, supercharge, dark pacting and so on. That was all avoided. Just relied on his base firepower. It was enough to devastating damage coming through. I played Armor of Contempt to try and protect me, but still failed a load of saves. The AP -3 still biting enough and wiping the bodyguard unit out, which will count as a kill point. So Mike's going to pick up some points for that, add to his tally. Terminators, some shots across here, put a wound on one of these and slew another. And firepower from autocannons, Abaddon and so on, a total of 2 wounds caused against the servo turret. Mike, careful not to shoot at bikes, doesn't want any of those models being removed to make his charge any further away. Shooting phase is now finished. Really, there's not too many assets left on the board for the Black Legion. They're potent enough, just not many of them, so Mike's got to make them count. We're going to charges next.
I'm going to start with Abaddon because that's where I'm going to need the CP for sure.
Okay, it looks like a 6, something like that.
Martin?
No! If he makes his charge, this is Mike's last Patreon, then you can overflow him into the melee if it takes place.
That's the plan.
Okay, the Vagabond charge. 7! Looks like it's going ahead. We've got a charge here with Abaddon. So this looks really good. From a Chaos Space Marine perspective anyway. Next one, Warp Talent. Oh no, this one. So 2 9-inch charges now. These are bonus charges, really. They're difficult.
Yeah.
So Mike's boasted about his potency in combat, but he's got to get there first.
Got to get there first, yeah.
7, no. CP reroll.
That's the one I came from Abaddon on his black. That is Dark Pact.
No, doesn't go ahead. The imprints caught out in the open here.
Warp
And the Warp Talons to reach that chaplain. Snake Eyes. Doesn't go ahead. Don't have built-in reroll charges or anything like that. No, doesn't go ahead.
2 seasons ago.
Yes.
And since then, I've went, I can do it again. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Abaddon's in though. About to snatch the home objective from the Imperial Fists. We'll go on to combat resolution next.
Pact.
Right, start pack's been passed, models have been pushed in. Mike's actually going to go with Abaddon first to cut through the multiple wounds on the ATV, to cut that out of the way, to let the rest of the Terminators in to annihilate the bikers, and then get through to the chaplain. There's a fair few wounds to get through. Bikers are boasting 4 wounds each. There's 8 wounds on the ATV. So we'll capture this one. I think Mike should do it comfortably enough, but you never know.
Sustained and reroll the wounds.
Oh, okay. Start pack's been passed.
Yeah, so
Abaddon.
4, 6, and 8.
Okay.
This is hitting on 2s.
Just a question for you, Mike. We were talking about Primarchs. Apparently Abaddon isn't a Primarch.
No.
So who is the Primarch of the Black Legion then?
It would have been Horus. Sure, they were the...
Sorry.
They would have been the Sons of Horus, and then, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. I knew all along. I was just testing Mike, but he got the right answer.
We'll never put Primarch. Rerolling. So the ball hit.
That's a bit sad. Horus never come back.
Makes me sad, yeah. Misunderstood.
But Abaddon's nice. He looks like a Primarch.
I remember they brought Abaddon out. He was a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, strength 14.
Oh, 2's to win.
2's to win. Any 6s or devastating wounds.
Okay. Right, so we're going to work out the damage first.
It's
Devastating
only
wounds.
-4. You won't get a save.
No save, no.
No.
So this is all going through then.
This is all going through.
So what's your damage?
3.
Oh, right. So ATV will absorb 3 of those.
Yeah.
And then take away another 4 of those for 2 bikers.
Yeah.
What we got left?
The devastating wounds of 3.
Which will leave 1 biker left with a wound. Yep, Abaddon's chopped through pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
He looks like a Primarch. He fights like a Primarch. But he's not a Primarch.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. He's cut through so much stuff. It's now down to the Terminators to finish off what's left. Mike's going to go to 18 attacks with Power Fists here. Need 3s.
3's rerolling.
Rerolling. Yeah, because they're Terminators. Yeah, okay. Really good.
So, sustained.
Oh, they're deadly. There's another one in there, yeah. 3's to win.
Rerolling.
We're dead man. I'm going to cross roll a few here. So -2, so that's the biker gone. And you can now give me a total.
16 total, -1, 15.
I'll just roll 10 for the chaplain. The chaplain is long since gone. Chopped up, packaged, distributed, destroyed. Target destroyed here. Black Legion take the home objective from the Imperial Fists. Alright, so objective taken, consolidation move made, and end of turn here actually. So Black Legion right in the heart of the Imperial Fist defense across here, but Imperial Fists units and assets around the board, fighting for the overall battle, or the war. We may lose that battle, but we could still win the war. Give an update on the score. Points-wise, it's been a very impressive turn here for the Black Legion. 4 points for primaries for control of 1 or more objectives. 4 points for destroying an enemy unit. 4 points for overwhelming force.
Yeah.
And 5 points for storm hostile. Either way around.
4 for storm hostile and 5 for overwhelming force.
Yeah, so Mike's secondary is now kicking in, reaping the benefits of that. 17 points picked up, catapulting the Black Legion to 30 points. Now 2 points ahead of the Imperial Fists. But we have a turn in hand. We're going to immediately pick up some points for the control of that objective with the chaplain. And a chance to go after some assets. It may well be the case, as advice has been given in the comment section plenty of times, kill everything else and ignore Abaddon. It may well be the strategy that the Imperial Fists need to use to go after this part of the table and just let Abaddon have his wicked way on our home objective. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Imperial Fists coming up next. All right, so turn 3 for the Imperial Fists, marked for death, and established locus is the 2 secondaries in play. If you enjoy our games, want to see more, we're planning to do Season 13 for the League, and more games over on membership with the increased number of battle reports. So do join us if you can. It helps support us here on the channel, helps us produce the content. Without channel membership, we couldn't keep these battle reports coming. So do support us if you can. And then as a reward for your support, we can send more battle reports your way, including critical games for the League. Plus some unique series on the way and some new armies as well. So it's a great time to join us on channel membership. Link below. Or you can go to channel homepage, hit the join button, select Aspect Warrior level. It's the first tier, and it'll give you access to all the extra content that we have. All right, so Imperial Fists, their turn 3, marked for death and establish locus is the cards in play for us on secondaries. So the focus on trying to destroy Black Legion assets across here. So we have abandoned Abaddon to his own devices over there. Advance roll of 5, so scuttled across in this direction, head down to the objective. Dreadnought Walker moving through to go after the Demon Prince. These shifting across in this direction. Range 18 to shoot, and then to charge after the cultists. Marked for death. Mike went for the cultists across here, just try and bait me to go after them and not after him, I think was the idea. Abaddon, very tough, not going to get through to them. And the other unit It was the Warp Talons. You can see the Brutalis has turned up over on that flank. It will be a 9-inch charge for that to go after the Talons, and then the bunker's just over there. So that's movement done for the Imperial Fists. We're going to their shooting phase next. So firepower from the Eradicators. All of it's going to go... We'll do his Dagger actually into the Cultists, just from the Captain. But then we'll do all of their attacks going in to the Demon Prince. No, 0 CP. Battle Drill Recall on them for sustained 1. And we'll use the Chrisheim dice, the last Patreon here, for the Imperial Fists. And we'll make our attacks. So we'll do 4 attacks here with the Melter Rifles, first of all. I have a suspicion at maximum range they're all going to run the same profile. The multi-melters as well. We'll just double check. Might be able to roll the dice together here.
Rerolls, but what I might do...
Oath of Moment, by the way, is on the Forge Fiend. And it's different profiles. Melter Rifle's going to be hitting on 3s. This is the Nurgle.
No. Oh, the Nurgle thing on the Demon Prince, yeah.
I'm within 18. Still get the -1.
Yeah, it'll be -1, yeah. On the Demon Prince, I mean, he's not Nurgle, he's Gorn enemy, so it would have been...
It'll be 3s, 4s, rerollable. So I'll keep those and then reroll these 2. Oh, got some hits. And there's 2 for sustained as well. Battle Drill Recall. And then we'll go for, depending on what your toughness is.
9.
Toughness 9. I think we're strength 9. We are. So 4s. Rerollable for their ability. Oh, it helps. Right, so these are going to be at AP -4. Yep. D6 damage a time. Yeah, 5 of them. Nasty hit here.
This is probably where I should have kept my CP. Probably 4 up. Now with a minute difference.
2d6 damage.
Yeah. Rerollable.
It's rerollable, yeah. God, man, what a difference. 11.
I got some dead.
I think it's just popped him.
Yeah.
Okay, does he blow up in disgust?
Delete minus D3.
No, target destroyed. Oof, boy. So Boltstorm Gauntlet remembered that and took out one of the cultists. We'll press on, more firepower here for the Fists. So pressed on more firepower. So he was destroyed, fired across him, failed to take out the Forged Fiend, and failed with the Brutalis. But we remembered him again. Servo turret, cross there. 2 hits, 2 wounds, 2 failed. Invulnerable saves with the Las Talon and target destroyed. So very, very useful. It's firing down that road. And it's proved very useful indeed. So target destroyed across there. That's firepower done. Effective enough from the Fists. A couple of wounds as well caused from heavy bolters from the bunker against one of the Terminators. We're going to charges next. So their charge goes ahead against the cultists. The Brutalis charge now with a command rear on standby. 9-inch charge. 9 it is. In he goes against those Warp Talons. That could be what seals. So did it? Okay. So I'll combine that with Tank Shock from him, plus my own ability. So really stand a chance doing a fair bit of trampling with the Brutalis Dreadnought. Once his charge goes in, it's pretty good. So Brutalis charge. So 2 to 3. 2. Oh, it's not that great. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. It's enough to trample on the model. Then we'll take our toughness 10. The Tank Shock. Nice. Another 4, which on 2 wounded models is going to be painful enough. So another 2 slain. And then we'll leave them in close combat to dice up the rest. So we'll resolve these combats. We'll go on to the Brutalis Dreadnought. Here, so it's the Talons we run, and we'll go 6 attacks with him in 3s. Then it'll be 2s. I think they're twin linked. Nice. And that's going to be AP -2, 3 damage. Got them. Okay, Warp Talons destroy. That helps with our Talon, just removes another asset from the board. Brutalis Dreadnought just in time. Well done for him. And then there's just the combat here against the cultists. All right, so target destroyed across here as well. Imperial Fists now control 2/3 of the board, and Mike's happy enough to call it at this stage. Abaddon untouched, bodyguarded, and protected. But the rest of his force has been overwhelmed by Imperial Fists, mostly firepower, but also close combat when it's been needed here. So not too bad here from the Space Marines, looking decent enough on the board. Certainly food for thought for sure for both of these armies. Score-wise, we can leave it as it is. We know the Imperial Fists are going to pick up a healthy amount of points coming through, and the game ends because there's simply no way for the Black Legion to recover just with the one unit on the board. Even if it is perhaps the most powerful unit on the channel, by themselves are not able to swing this game around. Interesting game for sure. And I think, personally, a great way to start the season. This is absolute classic Imperial Fists against Black Legion. Always love this combination on the board. Both armies have it in for each other. Utterly hate each other in the lore. And so great to see them fighting out across this terrain. But in this particular fight, the Space Marines prevail. The units of the game for both sides. Tough choice for the Fists. A number of units did well. They all sort of contributed. There's no unit in particular that stood out well. I'm actually going to give it to the servo turret. I forgot about him on the first turn, and then really did recover and do well with decent firepower support coming through. The plan is to have two of them in a unit. I have the second model, just need to finish painting him up. Have two of them working together would be pretty good firepower on the board. Mike immediately says his unit of the game goes to Abaddon and the Terminators. They are the solid rock for this Black Legion force. Big thanks to our silver level Patreons. That's Dumpy Grimbo and Brian Nielsen. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. As we mentioned already, support us on Patreon or over on channel membership if you can. It really helps support the channel and helps us keep the content coming. So that's the battle. Keep a lookout for more games on the channel. We're just embarking into the new season. The new league will build up for that, all being well. But so far, 1-0 to the Imperium. But I'm sure the scores will change as time goes on. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.